table between these two. It's a 2-1 in terms of those results. The most recent of those went the way of Shin Yubin. 3-love. That happened last year at the Star Contender in
Yubin.
1-love.
Quick reaction from the lefty to get the first point on the board.
Let. Not high enough.
Had this earlier, Adam. Fraser said he liked it being made early, the call.
Generally, I think earlier is better because it sets the tone, right? I mean, if you want to get, I don't know, a nice salary, it's tough to get a raise after you've been working for a year, but when you get the job, bit easier chances. Same idea for the umpire.
2-1.
Set the standards early. Shin Yubin doing that with the scoreboard here, converting the first serve.
Yeah, just kicking out any tension in those feet, getting the legs moving.
Let.
And there you are, consistency.
2-1.
Just making sure the message was clearly received. Shin Yubin says okay, so that she doesn't double offend, doesn't cost her a point.
Let. 2-1.
In a moment, just explain the need for verticality and that ruling to anyone who might not know it, please, Adam.
Sure, straight up. If it's more than 30 degrees off of straight up in any direction, it is not nearly vertical.
Oh, having run in to make what she thought was a kill, well, at least she can laugh about it. Samara loses the point.
A premature cho. People often wonder, that was when she said cho. I think speaking during a point is enough to lose a point, but if it's a reactionary thing, not intended,
1-4.
I mean, cho, no one can really even explain what it means. Doesn't really mean anything, so it could be the same as oh or So she gets away with it, but the point went to Shin Yubin either way.
Who now leads 5-1. What I liked about that slightly weird point with the cho in the middle of it was the way that Shin Yubin got up and over the shot. She's looking very mobile this evening already.
Yeah, I think the motivation, the focus that we talked about, she's been doing everything she can to sort of stay in hiding and keep the focus here.
5-2.
Power play from the Romanian.
Good timing, too, right off the bounce, keeping the top spin on. When I think about Asia versus Europe in general, I think speed, I think Asia. I think spin, I think power, I think Europe. So good timing from Ellie.
And that was off the back of a really searching push from Samara there, setting up the point.
Yeah, good change of pace here. First placement, smart, then an arcing spin shot. Again, not speed, breaking rhythm.
3-6.
What's the Shin Yubin entourage like? Who does she have around her at times like this in events?
Well, her mom is pretty much always here. Her physio, Igarim, is the coolest ever. If I ever get professional, I want her as my physio.
7-3.
Hamsori is the coach who's been working with her and training with her, sparring partner. Today she's got another sibling in town who's a bit more on the quiet side, so that's that. Maybe I should say private side, but yeah, super friendly. Also a player.
And she's at home as well. And she's got a bunch of fans in here. We've had some great atmospheres because the Korean players have really brought a lot of the color to this in the evenings.
Yeah, after a medal in Paris, I think clubs,
faulted. Faulted. Not high enough. Again, Adam, thank you for the technical explanation. What was that?
It's funny, I didn't see it, but if you said not high enough.
That's what Amanda Leung said.
In which case, the warning was for one thing. Let's see.
4-8.
I'm just watching. Okay, interesting.
4-9.
Well, how high is not high enough?
16 centimeters from when it leaves the hand. 2012, Ding Ning had a very, well, sad experience learning this the hard way.
That's really nice. Just catching her opponent. Flat-footed, maybe not, but certainly not able to get across to this.
I was watching to see. We'll talk about it more later with 6 game points here.
11-4.
Well, that's gone by in a hurry, hasn't it?
Yeah, it didn't leave too much time for the conversation about serve. Shin Yubin looking to close the door essentially in every match she plays, but here low trajectory, focused, low stand. But you could argue that the serves have played a big role in this. In the sense that if there's no human there and it's technology simply calling something that's crossed the line, it's crossed the line. It's not a personal thing. It's just players are used to getting away with certain, you know, I don't know.
Where are we going here? But I know what you mean. There's a gray area.
Hand switch.
Oh,
you don't
too
see,
good.
really don't see that too often. A hand switch from behind the table. She's one of few in the world that I've seen put on an exhibition point in the women's game. Look at this, out of position. It's just too tough to cross the body. Think about where the shoulders are and how much reach you get with that left hand.
Fourth. Love 3.
So the call coming from the other side of the table. Samara's point is she wants it to come from the chair umpire.
It was the assistant who called it?
That's what she said.
Love.
And yeah, to the point you were making, yeah, look, there you go. These players are having to process this now. There's a new dynamic in this match.
It will change with time. There will be a transition period where players realize, oh, the rules are going to be enforced.
Oh, wow, reflexes.
4-1.
I don't think even she knew that she'd got that back, Samara. Just going back to have a look at the one that was faulted.
Got me.
Oh, well done,
1-5.
Shin Yubin. She had no right really to get that back and win the point off there, but she did. Deep ball. That's why she rattled through that first, and she's kept up the momentum. 12 of the last 16 points going to the Korean.
1-6.
There's another, and it's already 1-6. We've barely sat down and got the popcorn out.
When does the match start?
7-1.
Oh, it started now.
They finished the 2-minute warm-up already?
That was a punctuating cross-table backhand.
For a fast, long serve to the backhand, that should normally cause more trouble.
Now she's
8-1.
at it. This is when she becomes really special. When she's got that tail up, confidence, belief, whatever you call it. And right now, Samara's got no answers.
I've seen Samara go toe-to-toe with the best in the world. The back-to-back Olympic gold medalist. She beat one of the last non-Chinese players to do it.
2-9.
Now a little bit of Georgie Hadji-esque footwork there to just get the ball away. She needed that point.
9-3.
Her service game is strong, at least Samara. I feel like that's one element of her game that Shin Yubin hasn't allowed us to see because she's been so just balanced on the receive. She's been fooled by very little.
Oh, not quite.
9-4.
It's one of those ones where the fingers and hands can get a little bit injured.
Let. 9-4.
Again with the long one, but Samara was smart. She was alert to the danger.
Yeah, she's a very smart player in general. Beautiful opening there, using that angle, taking it early enough to get it wide out.
5-10.
But her little fight back now comes to an end because it's 5 game points for a 2 games to love lead for Shin Yubin. And that is
Second
that.
game to Shin.
It's 2-love. And she is looking very, very good here tonight.
Love 1.
How is the Romanian going to make any kind of inroads here? What does she need to do?
Well, serve and receive are crucial, but having shorter rallies
2 love.
right into that elbow, it's tough. Feels like there's more going on, though. Both players serve it right near the body. Crept around well there to get in with the backhand.
3 love.
A little bit of an eyeball there from Shin Yubin. She knows that her opponent's going through a little bit. She's very demonstrative, Samara.
Love 4.
Perfect placement on this serve right near the edge of the table. It's incredibly well practiced.
Love
That's
5.
a tale of dominance in terms of the stat we just put up there. And it's now 5 points in what may turn out to be the final game.
4. 6 love.
How many faults have we had?
3. To my memory. 1 for each of them before this.
7 love.
Not liking the body language from Samara right now. She seems to be struggling.
Here's the call. Well,
1 7.
I sort of wonder, I'm still curious what it is. There's so many different rules for serve. So there are a lot of different ways to sort of pick it apart. More rules on serve than any other part of the game.
2 7.
Thought she could attack that one. Shin Yubin in vain, but it's still a 5-point lead. You're right, and there's a risk attached to trying to interpret some of the umpiring calls, just as there is sometimes with injuries in other sports. You've got to be really only talking about what you can confidently talk about. So it would be interesting to find out.
Right.
8
You know, and
3.
in soccer, for example, they've been saying for a long time they like referees to come out and explain decisions. At least that way you have a sense. Well, whatever technicalities we may get caught up in here, there's no denying the sweeping ambition of the play we've seen from Shin Yubin here in what has been a bit of a blink and you'll miss it matchup. Again, quick,
3
sharp,
10.
hungry, and almost there. 7 match points.
Would be fun to have a post-match interview where we got the explanation we're curious about.
That's it.
3.
And that point
Game and match
somehow
to
in
Shin.
keeping with the nature
Three
of a match in which she has just absolutely demolished her opponent here. Took the game to Samara and got it won quickly. Interested to see what the timing is on that when we get the tail of that match a little bit later on. 4, 5, and 3. Was there enough there for you to be impressed by Shin Yubin? Enough to learn anything new about her?
This, to me, just really emphasizes the point that she is focused. What the crowd likes about her and what she likes about her job are 2 very different things. It's funny how that works. Being a hardworking player doesn't always factor into what fans like about you. They might just like that you're bubbly, or that you're friendly, or that you're kind, or that you behave in a way that's very charming and cute. On the table, there was nothing cute about this performance.
Yeah.
She absolutely destroyed. 4 points on average per game. This was business. This was fast. And I think for fans, you know, when you're a fan of a professional athlete, you come to watch them at work. And today, man, did she go to work.
Yeah, the smiles are great. They don't win you events and tournaments as such, but play like that can do it. Here it is then. There's the answer. 16 minutes. Sweet 16 from Shin Yubin.